The pursuit of a peaceful night's rest and an energetic awakening, ready to conquer new achievements, resonates with many. In this case, information that can fundamentally change your sleep deserves close attention. We will discuss 7 effective foods that can significantly improve sleep quality, and the results from their consumption can exceed the wildest expectations. It often happens that, upon settling into bed in anticipation of rest, a person faces relentless brain activity. Endless searching for a comfortable position, staring intently at the ceiling, or, even worse, suddenly waking up in the middle of the night and being unable to fall back asleep. A situation familiar to many. Such nights not only deplete energy reserves but also gradually harm health, especially over time. It is often overlooked that sleep problems become particularly relevant after the age of 50. During this period, the internal biological clock, known as the circadian rhythm, begins to malfunction. The natural signals responsible for regulating sleep and wakefulness gradually weaken. Nevertheless, nature offers an effective solution to this problem in the form of safe, natural, and effective remedies. We are not talking about synthetic pills or chemical compounds, but about organic products that harmoniously interact with the nervous system, promoting the restoration of healthy and sound sleep. People who regularly consume these products often report significant and sustained improvements, reduced anxiety during sleep, deeper and more restorative rest, and a cheerful and energetic awakening. It seems that the body remembers how to rest properly again. If you currently have to resort to sleeping pills to facilitate falling asleep, you should carefully listen to the information presented below. Perhaps this is a real chance to abandon their use in the future. So if your goal is to improve the quality of your sleep, let's move on to considering the first product that can reboot your night's rest. Product number 1. The underestimated power of ordinary bananas. Yes, this very fruit, which seems to always be at hand, may be the natural sleeping aid that was so lacking. What makes bananas so helpful for falling asleep? The secret lies in a trio of powerful nutrients: magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B6. Together, they form a kind of soothing cocktail for the nervous system. Magnesium and potassium help relax muscles, signaling the body that it's time to release the tension accumulated during the day. Vitamin B6, in turn, plays an important role in the process of converting tryptophan into serotonin, a chemical that improves mood and promotes relaxation. Serotonin, in turn, transforms into melatonin, a hormone that tells the brain that it's time to sleep. Let's consider a specific example. Imagine a 65-year-old woman suffering from restless leg syndrome and frequent nighttime awakenings. She starts consuming one ripe banana with small brown spots about an hour before bedtime. After a few days, she notices a decrease in nighttime twitching. After a few weeks, especially after including other products from this list in her diet, her sleep becomes deeper and more stable. There is no longer a need to anxiously look at the clock at 3 a.m. To enhance the positive effect, you can try making a warm and soothing banana pudding based on oat milk. A banana is not just a treat, it has a mild sedative effect bestowed by nature itself. Recommendation: eating bananas with greenish skin allows you to get valuable resistant starch, a type of fiber that serves as a nutrient medium for beneficial intestinal microflora. Some of these bacteria are involved in the production of compounds that favorably affect sleep. However, this should not be seen as an immediate solution. Bananas do not have a hypnotic effect like pharmaceutical drugs. Rather, they help the brain restore natural sleep mechanisms. The second product that deserves attention is almonds, a modest but effective aid in the fight for healthy sleep. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary crunchy snack, rich in protein. However, its value goes far beyond a simple source of energy. These small storehouses of nutrients have a direct impact on the systems that regulate sleep. The key role here is played by magnesium, which again acts as a natural relaxant for the nervous system. Entering the body with almonds, magnesium begins to slow down nerve processes, reduce physical tension, and smoothly prepare the body for sleep without exerting a violent effect. But that's not all. Almonds also help regulate cortisol levels, the body's main stress hormone. Have you ever been lying in bed, unable to fall asleep because of nagging thoughts about upcoming tasks or unpleasant conversations? This may be due to elevated cortisol levels, and almonds can help lower them. Don't forget about vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant found in almonds that helps fight chronic inflammation. This hidden inflammation can subtly impair sleep quality, preventing you from entering deep restorative phases. Another important benefit: almonds contain healthy fats that stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the night. If you've ever woken up around 2 to 3 a.m., feeling strangely alert or even a little hungry, it could be due to a sharp drop in blood sugar. The fats in almonds help maintain stable energy levels until morning. For maximum effect, it is recommended to eat a small handful of almonds about an hour before bedtime. They can be eaten raw or, if time permits, soaked in water for a few hours. Soaking reduces the content of anti-nutrients, which can prevent magnesium absorption in some people. If you're feeling creative, you can make homemade almond milk. To do this, soak the almonds overnight, peel them, mix them with warm water, and add a pinch of cinnamon if desired. Drinking this beverage before bed can have a soothing effect. But wait, there is one hidden enemy of sleep. Before moving on to other sleep-enhancing foods, you should pay attention to one common habit that can subtly undermine your efforts, even if it seems harmless. This is decaffeinated coffee. Many people believe that it can be drunk in the evening because it does not contain real caffeine. Contrary to popular belief, even decaffeinated coffee retains 3% to 10% of its original caffeine level. For people with increased sensitivity to this stimulant, even such a small amount can be a serious obstacle to a restful night's sleep. But the real problem lies not only in the residual caffeine content, but also in the methods of its extraction. The process of removing caffeine often involves the use of chemical solvents, such as methylene chloride or ethyl acetate. Even in minimal doses, these substances can affect neurotransmitters, which play a key role in regulating sleep-wake cycles. Such interference with the body's natural processes can lead to undesirable consequences for sleep quality. There is another important aspect that cannot be overlooked. The human brain tends to form strong associations between certain tastes and states. In this case, the taste of coffee may be subconsciously associated with mental activity and alertness. Thus, even if a cup of decaffeinated coffee contains a minimal amount of caffeine, the very taste and aroma of the drink can stimulate the brain, making it difficult to relax and fall asleep. The very ritual of drinking coffee, even decaffeinated, can send a false signal to the brain, preparing it for active activity instead of rest. This cognitive dissonance, in turn, can negatively affect the deep sleep phase, which is crucial for the body's recovery. It is during deep sleep that cell regeneration, strengthening of the immune system, and processing of information received during the day occur. Insufficient duration of this phase can lead to the fact that even after a full night's rest, a person wakes up tired, broken, and with a feeling of cognitive fog. Imagine a situation. A person strictly adheres to all the rules of sleep hygiene, avoids using gadgets before bed, creates a quiet and peaceful environment in the bedroom, and practices meditation. However, at the same time, he regularly consumes decaffeinated coffee at night. This seemingly harmless habit can subtly negate all efforts aimed at improving sleep quality. As an alternative to an evening drink, consider soothing herbal infusions, such as warm chamomile tea. Properly prepared chamomile tea has a pronounced relaxing effect and can contribute to faster falling asleep. Replacing coffee with a natural infusion for just a few evenings can lead to noticeable improvements in sleep quality. This example clearly demonstrates how skillful marketing can disguise a potential pest as a helper. Decaffeinated coffee is positioned as a drink that promotes relaxation and sleep. However, for many people, it is a quiet thief of the deep and restful rest that the body so desperately needs. Cherries are another valuable product that can have a positive impact on sleep quality. These juicy and flavorful fruits are a natural source of melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycles. Under ideal conditions, the body should produce enough melatonin on its own each evening. However, modern lifestyles, characterized by high stress levels, irregular sleep patterns, and prolonged use of electronic devices, can disrupt this natural process. In today's world, where an overabundance of artificial light and gadget screens has become commonplace, the natural production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, is often threatened. This is where cherries come to the rescue, a modest but effective ally in the fight for healthy sleep. Consuming just 10-15 fresh or frozen cherries about an hour before bedtime can gently restore the body's natural rhythm, helping to reset the internal clock and ensuring deep and restful sleep. But the healing properties of cherries are not limited to this. These ruby red fruits are rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that actively combat inflammatory processes, especially in the brain. Anthocyanins can be compared to a night crew of sanitation workers, tirelessly eliminating oxidative stress so that a person wakes up with a clear head, increased mental acuity, and emotional balance. Many have experienced a feeling of stiffness, soreness, or general discomfort in the morning. Sometimes a person wakes up feeling more tired than before going to bed. This may indicate that sleep is not reaching the necessary depth for full recovery. Cherries can smooth the transition from light sleep to deep sleep, allowing the body to recover and the mind to reset, like charging a vital battery. Cherries are also a reliable aid during seasonal changes. When days get shorter or longer, the natural rhythm of melatonin production can be disrupted. In this case, cherries act as a kind of anchor, helping to stabilize the sleep cycle, regardless of external factors. It is important to remember that preference should be given to fresh or frozen cherries. Dried varieties often contain excessive amounts of sugar, which can cause an energy rush and interfere with the relaxation process needed for falling asleep. Cherries can be eaten plain, added to smoothies based on almond or oat milk, and used to prepare light evening snacks with other sleep-promoting ingredients. In an era when insomnia is reaching epidemic proportions, people are seeking salvation in the gifts of nature. Among them, two simple but surprisingly effective remedies stand out: chamomile and walnuts. However, one should not be satisfied with the first tea bag that comes along, or the haphazard consumption of nuts. There are certain secrets that can turn an ordinary ritual into a powerful tool in the fight for healthy sleep. Chamomile is not just your grandmother's usual drink, but a real source of soothing substances. The key role here is played by apigenin, a natural flavonoid that, like a key, opens the doors to relaxation in the brain. It interacts with the same receptors as medications used to relieve anxiety, signaling to the nervous system that everything is fine and it can relax. However, apigenin is a rather capricious substance. Boiling water poured directly onto chamomile flowers can destroy its beneficial properties. So how do you properly prepare this magical drink? You need to let the water cool slightly to about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 176 degrees Celsius. The tea should be brewed for at least 8 to 10 minutes, always covering the cup to preserve the essential oils and prevent them from evaporating. It should be remembered that the use of metal utensils can negatively affect the chemical composition of the drink, and therefore it is recommended to give preference to glass or ceramic containers. To achieve the maximum relaxation effect and prepare for sleep, you can add lemon balm, passion flower, or a small amount of natural raw honey to the infusion. Drinking this infusion 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime turns an ordinary evening ritual into a real therapeutic procedure that promotes relaxation and tranquility. It is important to note that chamomile does not have a sharp hypnotic effect, but gently prepares the body for natural and easy falling asleep, creating optimal conditions for healthy sleep. But that's not all. Along with chamomile, walnuts play an important role in improving sleep quality, a valuable product that has a beneficial effect on the nervous system and promotes healthy sleep. These crunchy nuts contain a unique complex of nutrients that directly affect the nervous system, preparing it for sleep. They are a rich source of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, essential elements that the body cannot produce on its own. but which are extremely necessary for the synthesis of melatonin, a key hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycles. Consuming just 4 to 5 walnuts before bed can provide the body with a gentle but sustained boost for the production of this hormone. In addition, walnuts contain magnesium, known for its relaxing properties, as well as ready-made melatonin, which does not require additional transformations in the body. In cases where a person often wakes up at night for no apparent reason, walnuts can help maintain stable melatonin levels and ensure continuous, complete rest. To enhance the beneficial effects of walnuts, it is recommended to pre-soak them in water for 4 hours before consumption. This procedure helps to reduce the content of phytates, substances that can interfere with the absorption of beneficial nutrients. For best results, walnuts should be combined with fruits rich in carbohydrates, such as bananas or kiwis. Carbohydrates help transport tryptophan, which is found in nuts, to the brain, where it is converted into serotonin and then into melatonin. The healthy fats contained in walnuts prolong the production of this hormone throughout the night, ensuring stable and deep sleep. A great option would be a small bowl with slices of kiwi and a few soaked walnuts eaten about an hour before bedtime. Do not underestimate the benefits of these small fruits, which resemble the shape of the brain. Including walnuts in your evening diet is a simple, tasty, and scientifically sound way to restore the body's natural rhythms and achieve deep, restorative sleep. Perhaps these simple remedies will be the key to healthy sleep and a cheerful awakening that is so lacking in the modern world.